Hi there, Cancers, and welcome to Sunshine Intuitive Reading. This is your November 2016 general reading. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back. And I'd also encourage you to check out my Facebook page. The link is included in the description box below. I am slowly, and I reinforce the word slowly, but surely trying to grow my social media presence. So please check out my Facebook page. I will have a contest running for the month of November where you could potentially win a personalized year ahead reading just by liking and sharing. So please check that out if that interests you. I also wanted to let you know I've had some inquiries over the last month as to whether or not I accept personal readings. I do. I do accept them through email only. So if you would like to have a personal reading with me, just send me an email. My email address is also included in the description box below, and we can connect and set that up for you. Last but not least, I would encourage you to check out your rising and moon sign videos as well, because sometimes there are things that pop up in there that don't always necessarily pop up in your sun sign readings, depending on the aspects of your chart for the month of November. So check those out as well, as they may give you some additional insights as to what is in store for you for November. So with all of that being said, let's take a peek at what we do have in store for all of you Cancers out there for November 2016. I will be using the same spread that I used last month. I do enjoy this spread very much so. I hope you do too. I just really like the flow of the cards and how they all speak to each other. Okay. So this month, Cancer, sorry about that, in the position of fire, which represents your creative forces, your will, your ambition. I always say it's the action card, your passion card, things that get you going. You have the Tower card. Now, the Tower card, you can't ignore the Tower card. It is something. In more extreme situations, it could be crisis and upheaval. In less turbulent terms, it could be some type of event that is happening this month, and I feel that this is more of an external influence than something that you are creating yourself, but it could be something that happens. Now, I always say the Tower card, as scary as it looks, I always call this a transformation card, because whatever comes in to your life, no matter how drastic it may be, will force you to change or transform. So in some aspect of your life this month, Cancer, there will be a change coming. This will be a month of transformation for you, whether it's the way that you think or the way that you do things. I pick up that it is more the way that you are doing things that will change, as opposed to thinking. Now, as we get through the reading, we hopefully will get a little bit more insight as to what this may be. In the position of air, so this is your current strategies, your thoughts concerning your goals, can sometimes be the things that keep you up at night. You have one of my favorite cards of the deck, which is the Empress. This is somebody who is very sure, very solid, very calm, very peaceful. Abundance is overflowing. So I feel that despite whatever this situation is that comes into your life, you aren't really too thrown off by it, because if anything, you're actually feeling quite positive. You're thinking only positive thoughts and how this situation has impacted you in a very positive way. So, like I say, the Tower card can sometimes look quite scary, but it doesn't have to be. This is a card of change, and whatever is happening in your life this month, and again, these are general readings, so this could be personal, this could be romantic, this could be business, it could even be health. Something is going to happen that is going to move you, but in a very positive direction. So this could be new job opportunity, new love, new people coming into your life in a positive way. This could be something potentially that happens from a health perspective that forces you to make changes for the better. Now, in this position here, this speaks to water. This is your emotional self and your feeling card, as I say. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is quite interesting. So the Wheel of Fortune speaks to, either the end of a cycle or the beginning of a cycle. I feel that this month, Cancer, you are feeling like because at the end of a cycle, a new one begins. I feel that you are seeing whatever has happened here or is about to happen as this is a new time. This is a new chapter in my life that I'm embarking upon. I don't see you being upset by this new chapter. I see you, feeling quite happy about it and thinking about, okay, what does this next journey look like for me? How does this work out for me? How am I going to make it work out so I can feel like this all the time? So I see this as a very positive transformational month for you, Cancer, whatever it is that happens. So something is going to happen, but not in a negative way. Now, in this position here, we have Earth, which is coping with everyday life and what factors impact that. So this could be the people around you, the places around you, the things around you that impact your day-to-day life and how you get things done on a daily basis. So here you have the King of Cups in reverse. Now the King of Cups, if you look at this gentleman, he is very sure. He's been through a lot of wisdom. But one thing I always pick up on this card is he's sitting on a cement chair. The cement chair is sitting on water. Now, that's really an unobtainable thing to do, or try to do. Don't try this at home. So, in reverse, I see you looking at the way that you do things this month from a very realistic standpoint. I'd love to do this, but I just don't have time. I see you really looking at things from an extremely realistic, clear-headed view this month to get things done. Very calm, very grounded energy this month, Cancer, I'm getting from you. Now, in this position here, this represents what drives you in new directions. So this is the King of Pentacles in reverse. This is why I like using reversals, by the way, because it tells you what the true meaning of the card that you pulled is, and sometimes they're completely different in reverse. So it's like having double the cards. So a King of Pentacles in an upright position. This is an individual with a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. You've got two kings here, which tells me that you are coming from this month a very learned perspective. So you're looking at things this month from not the knight standpoint or not the infant type of vantage point. You're looking at things from a very mature perspective this month, Cancer. The King of Pentacles speaks to that kind of energy. So very mature, lots of wisdom, but really contemplates things, deliberates the decision sometimes. In a reversed position, I see you really knowing what you want to do based on this. So whatever happens this month, Cancer, and it will stand out to you differently, but whatever happens, you are going to know exactly what direction you want to move in. There's not anything new per se about the direction you're going to move in. You're going to see this as, okay, this is good, this is what I'm going to do, this gives me the opportunity to do this. I don't see you coming up with new plans or new strategies per se that you've never contemplated before. So I feel that you're very confident in what you're doing. I think that whatever happens gives you the opportunity to not deliberate and think anymore. You're just doing it, which is good. You're seeing something come into play that maybe you had only given thought to before. Now, in the position of what helps you maintain a balanced and healthy lifestyle, you have the Sun in reverse. Now, this is one card that, regardless if it's upright or in a reverse position, is probably the strongest, one of the strongest cards in the deck. The Sun speaks to health, abundance, love, strength. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful card, whether it's in an upright or a reverse position. So I see you feeling, very strong this month, regardless of what happens. I see you feeling almost like a new journey is about to embark. And I feel that you have all of the support tools that you need to make that happen. So again, it may be in reverse, but like I say, this is one of the cards that, whether it's upright or reverse, it's such a strong card. I see you really having that balance this month. Nothing is really throwing you off this month. Things may come in deliberately or undeliberately, and you're just rolling with it. You're not sweating the small stuff, so to speak, and you're just moving with it. You're making new plans because you've realized something this month, Cancer. You've come to the end of something, and something new is beginning, but it's something you've already thought about. It's something that you have already thought about in the past, and it's now taking fruition and going down that path. Now, in this position here, this speaks to what potentially you need to let go of to move forward for your higher fulfillment. So here you have the Six of Swords in reverse. Now, the Six of Swords in an upright position is about leaving. It's about going off in a new direction, starting a new journey. And like I say, it's funny. Because you might let that new direction, something that you thought you may have had to do to move into a new direction, you don't have to do that now, because something has happened that has actually worked out quite nicely with something that you've already been thinking about. So something that you've already been thinking about is now starting to take flight. You don't need to give it a huge amount of deliberation because you've already thought about it. And in your mind, you're thinking, wow, like this really turned out really good. I've already thought about what if this happened, I would do this, and now it's happening. And I don't see it happening in a negative light. Like, this is something you thought, if this ever happens, I'm going to do this. Now's your chance. There's something that happens that gives you that opportunity to do so. So you don't have to take flight or embark on a journey that potentially you have been contemplating that might have been a more turbulent path to take. So you can let that go this month, which is nice. Almost like that backup plan, you don't need it. In this position here, this speaks to the universe and what the universe's message is to you and what they want to let you know to guide you to higher fulfillment. Now, again, you see the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is somebody who's all by themselves. They're doing it all by themselves. It's almost like they're fighting the masses, to get things done the way they want to. The universe, because this is in a reverse position, I see the universe saying you don't have to do it all by yourself anymore. We've seen that you've been struggling. You don't have to do it all by yourself anymore. So the universe is sending something your way, and it's going to be something that happens, and you're just gonna, this is my chance. Like, this is what I've always wanted to do. If something like that ever happened, I would do this, and you're doing it now. Now, in this position here, this speaks to the universe's reaction to your current state of being. So your current state of being, we have the Queen of Pentacles here, and as you can see, it's a lady. She's contemplating, she's thinking, similar to the King of Pentacles that you have. So she's thinking about, what am I going to do, right? You don't have to worry about that backup plan. So this is a very clear message to me this month, Cancer, that you may have been giving a lot of deliberation and thought, thinking about different paths that you may have to take based on your current or most recent past situation. And it may have been quite perplexing for you, because you may have been thinking about things that you may have had to do that didn't necessarily please you. I see that whatever happens this month, which is something saying, this is a sign from the universe saying you don't have to go the hard way. You don't have to, use that backup plan or do something that you weren't necessarily completely passionate about or was in your greater good. We're going to do something, might shake things up a bit, but ultimately it's going to align you with that path that you really want to go on and that you were really thinking about. Now, here's the interesting piece. The last card of the reading, which technically could be the first card of the reading, because it symbolizes the premise or the foundation of the entire spread. So here you have the Five of Pentacles. Now, these two people, they're out in a snowstorm. They clearly need, some good clothing, some shelter, food. They feel quite beat up. And I think, Cancer, this is how you're entering the month of November. I feel that you've been through a lot. I don't think you've necessarily seen a lot of things go your way recently. And you just feel down and out about the way that things have transpired and worked out lately. This month, the universe is saying no more. You don't need to continue. I think last month, Cancer, my message to you is to be patient, and I think the time is coming this month in November that you don't need to. The time is here, and something is going to happen. It's not something that you are going to be doing yourself. It's going to be an outside source. There's going to be an event that happens that will prompt you to go down this new cycle, this new path, this new journey. But it's a journey that you've already thought about as one of your options. And good news for you, it's a journey that is actually one of the ones that you would have chosen if things were up to you and you alone. So this looks like a very, very good month for you, Cancer. Regardless of what happens here, like I say, the Tower card can sometimes be a scary card. This is for your greater good, and it's actually something that it's not one of those lessons that you learn over time and you look back years later and you say, oh, that's why that happened, because this is what I learned. This is something that as soon as it happens, you're going to know instantly that this is going to put you on a new trajectory that aligns with what you've been hoping for. Now, I always like to pull 2 additional cards to give me a little bit more insight as to the overall reading. Here you have the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is somebody who likes to take action, but in a very calm way. So it's not a frazzled feeling. Takes a little, is empathetic to a degree, but is very action orientated to get things done. I feel like you will have that energy. I don't see this as a person in your life this month, Cancer. I see this as you adopting that energy and you taking that energy of action. So something happens, you already have your game plan, you know what you need to do, and you just do it. You move forward. I think that the emotional pieces that will be at play with this, you have already thought about and contemplated, hence this backup plan. Now, the additional card that I pulled was the 8 of Cups in reverse. Now, the 8 of Cups in an upright position, you can see it's somebody who is leaving all of these cups behind and starting on a new journey. And they don't look too happy about it either. In reverse, I see that, and again, it reinforces that message, Cancer, that you may have been contemplating that as one of your options, to leave it all behind and start something completely new. Leave the good with the bad and start something new and start building. This month, Cancer, you will realize, because of the developments, that you don't have to leave all the good stuff behind to start upon a new journey. That what ideally you had wished would happen is starting to take fruition this month. you cannot get any better than these two cards, right? Like, this is amazing. So whatever happens this month, I see you coming out of it quite good. I see that, you know, you will feel a lot better after the dust has settled. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy month, Cancer, but I feel that you will be quite confident, and whatever decisions and whatever actions you have to take this month, you know that this aligns with the path that you want it to be on all along. So many blessings to you, Cancer. This sounds like, you know, almost, I get the message that your ship is finally coming in this month, Cancer, and you're going to have a better idea of how things are going to be playing out in the months to come. So I thank you for taking the time to watch. Keep your heads up, keep smiling, and enjoy the sunshine. Take care.